The third question was from Steve Holton.
Thank you. Long before the days of wheelie bins last century, I was happy to be seen as a maverick for recycling my waste. I sacrificed my own livelihood in 2021 in a moral stand against pollution of soils by my industry through government-approved chemicals, including glyphosate. My home is fuelled by solar panels, and I almost bought an electric vehicle before fully researching them. Sadly, it has fallen to concerned citizens like myself around the UK to inform some councils that their so-called green technologies can cause serious harm to people and the environment. As Stockport Council switches to an EV fleet, do all councillors know that a lithium-ion battery adds the weight of an entire family to a family car? A single lithium mine in Nevada uses 5,000 tonnes of sulfuric acid per day and 3,000 gallons of water per minute. Each year, 350 million cubic yards of waste laced with acid and radioactive uranium are left to pollute the surrounding area for an estimated 300 years. Ferocious lithium-ion battery fires have famously endangered people all around the world, requiring 24-hour public exclusion zones and costly pollution management programs. Contrary to SMBC's modern slavery policy, suppliers of EV batteries draw from the 70% of cobalt mines which exploit child labour. Wind turbines, with a life of just 20 years, consume vast resources and energy during manufacture and installation and cannot even be recycled. Please can you confirm and reassure us that all councillors here are aware of these issues and give a clear assurance that Stockport Council will always do what's best for local people, our environment and especially for children? Will the Council resist government pressure and subsidies linked to any harmful new technology? Thank you. I believe I'm not allowed to respond to the reply, but thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hammond. I believe that question was addressed to Councillor Mark Roberts.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you, Mr. Hatton. It's good to see you again. Thank you for your question. It's good to hear about all of the personal measures you've employed to help the environment, such as solar panels. The Council has also recently installed solar panels on some of our buildings, and we hope to accelerate this measure over the coming months and years so that the people of Stockport can also benefit from the financial and environmental positives, as I'm sure that you have done yourself. I'd like to assure you that we are aware and also concerned about the complexities of understanding full life cycle analysis of new technologies and practices. It is clear that in some instances there are unintended consequences, which is why we endeavour to understand these complexities and act accordingly. However, we also recognise that there are no magic wand solutions for decarbonising our activity, and that each and every decision needs to consider the full lifetime costs and wider long-term consequences, including the social, economic and environmental impacts. We understand that this is the true nature of becoming a sustainable organisation. Although some of the examples you highlight are not the panacea, we do know that they are better choices than maintaining the status quo, which have, frankly, far worse outcomes. We must be conscious of not sacrificing good on the altar of excellence or throwing the baby out with the bathwater, which leads to maintaining poor practices because the new way isn't 100% perfect. We're on stepping stones to getting to where we need to be, Mr. Mayor. We know that environmentally, electric vehicles are better than internal combustion engine vehicles on a like-for-like basis, but we also recognise that they aren't perfect. Who is? But staying still is also a decision which has much worse outcomes. This chamber will soon be hearing from the impressive young people who took part in the Schools Climate Assembly earlier this year, and maintaining and improving nature across Stockport and the planet is a priority that they are setting for us. We are stewards for future generations, and I am very conscious, as our well-informed young people have shown, that we must not let the degradation of nature and the acceleration of climate change ruin the prospects of future generations. That is why the Council is investing unprecedented amounts in active and public transport to encourage this way of travelling, which has both health and environmental benefits. Stockport Homes Group is one of the UK's leading housing providers when it comes to energy efficiency of the homes they manage and the use of renewable energy technologies. And that's just some of the examples where Stockport is leading the way. But we recognise much more investment will be required, particularly in transport and housing, to ensure that the Council's operations and influence continues to be a positive one that helps improve the environment for our local residents and also our influence across the planet in tackling this issue. It is evident not enough is being done by central government to assist us with our endeavours, but we will do all that we can given the constraints imposed. What I would say is that all councillors, thanks to the work that this administration has done over the last year, will have the opportunity to do Climate Action Now training, and I would encourage all members to take up that opportunity when it's available. Those that can't make the training, there will be other opportunities to do it later in the year. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much.